college to an existing district hospital in PPP mode. Those states that fully allow facilities of the hospital to the medical college and wish to provide land at a concession would be able to receive viability gap funding from the center. Details of the scheme would be worked out soon, so we aim to have at the district level, with hospitals which are being extended for medical college training and also for producing more doctors, viability gap funding will also be extended. So the National Board of Examination imparts PG medical qualification, diploma and fellow of National Board, DNB and FNB. The government will therefore encourage large hospitals with sufficient capacity to offer resident doctors the DNB and FNB courses under the National Board of Examinations. There exists a huge demand for teachers, nurses, paramedical staff, and caregivers all abroad. There exists a huge demand abroad for teachers, nurses, paramedical staff, and caregivers. However, their skill sets many a time do not match the employer's standards and therefore need to be improved. I propose that a special bridge course be designed by the Ministries of Health, Skill Development, together with professional bodies to bring in equivalence. Language requirements of various countries need also to be included. All these should be achieved through a special training package. Our government proposes to provide about 99,300 crores for education sector in 2021 and about 3,000 crores for skill development. So I move to the second theme, economic development. Aspirational India, economic development and caring society. I'm now talking on economic development. And in economic development, industry, commerce, and investment are the ones which come first in our. So the most important thing as an introduction I'd like to say here, the guilds of Saraswati Sindhu civilization and the Harappan seals are remarkable. Saraswati Sindhu civilization is about 4,000 before the Common Era. The seals in particular, belong to 3,300 BCE, before the Common Era. Words from the Indus script, which are all hieroglyphs, have been deciphered. Words from those hieroglyphs have been deciphered. Interesting words which we need to know when we're talking about commerce and industry. Commerce and trade-related words show how India for a millennia has been a continuing civilization with rich skills in metallurgy, rich skills in trading, and so on. Sreni is a word found in the Harappan seals, which means guild. Seti is a word found in the Harappan seals, which means wholesale merchant. Seti was a wholesale merchant in the Sindhu civilization, Saraswati Sindhu civilization. Poddar is an assayer of metal into treasury. And also, India is a continuing maritime power in terms of commerce and industry. Takara Khodmi is using word which shows blacksmithery and also iron and tin smithery existed that time. So India's commerce, India's industry, India's trade in such materials which were all unique to India have existed and continues to exist over the millennia. So entrepreneurship has always been the strength of India. That's the point I wanted to explain. I'm sure many members already know it, and therefore they are a bit restless. Entrepreneurship has always been the strength of India. Even today, young men and women have given up greener pastures elsewhere to contribute to India's growth. They are risk-taking and come up with disruptive solutions to festering challenges. Equally, established old industries are resetting themselves in a changing global and domestic situation. We recognize the knowledge, skills, and risk-taking capacities and capabilities of our youth. He is no longer a job seeker. He is a creator of jobs. Now we wish to create more opportunities and remove roadblocks from this path. I propose to set up an investment clearance cell that will provide end-to-end facilitation and support, including pre-investment advisory, information related to land banks, and facilitate clearances at the center and also in the state level. It will work through a portal. There is a case for maximizing the benefits of three separately developing economic activities: the upcoming economic corridors, revitalization of manufacturing activities, and technology and the demands for aspirational classes. We have to benefit from their convergence. Hence, it is proposed to develop 5 new such smart cities in collaboration with states and in PPP mode. Such sites would be chosen that offer the best choices in terms of the aforementioned principles. India needs to manufacture networked products that will make it a part of global value chains. This in turn gets more investment and generates more employment for our youth. Electronics manufacturing industry is very competitive, and India has shown its cost advantages. The potential of this industry in job creation is immense. India needs to boost domestic manufacturing and attract large investments in the electronics value chain. Here I propose a scheme focused on encouraging manufacture of mobile phones, electronic equipment, and semiconductor packaging. The details will be announced sooner. With suitable modifications, this scheme can be adapted for manufacturing of medical devices too. India, sir, imports significant quantity of technical textiles worth $16 billion every year. To reverse this trend and to position India as a global leader in technical textiles, a national technical textiles mission is proposed with a 4-year implementation period from 2020-21 to 23-24 at an estimated outlay of 1,480 crores. Honorable Speaker, sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, from the Red Fort, our Prime Minister spoke about quality and standards when he spoke of zero defect, zero effect manufacturing. In September last year, I had called for a time-bound adoption by industry of all necessary mandatory technical standards and their effective enforcement. All ministries during the course of this year would be issuing quality standard order. So to achieve higher export credit disbursement, a new scheme, NIRVIC, is being launched, which provides for higher insurance cover, reduction in premium for small exporters, and simplified procedure for claim settlements. It is proposed to digitally refund to exporters. That was NIRVIC. I'm coming to a different point now. It is proposed to digitally refund to exporters duties and taxes levied at the center, state, and local levels, such as electricity duties, VAT, the VAT, on fuel used for transportation, which are not getting exempted or refunded under any other existing mechanism. This scheme for reversion of duties and taxes on exported products will be launched from this year itself. Honorable Speaker, it is the vision of our Prime Minister that each district should develop as an export hub. Efforts of the center and state governments are being synergized and institutional mechanisms are being created in order that every district becomes an export hub. Government e-marketplace, GEM, is moving ahead for creating a unified procurement system in the country for providing a single platform for procurement of goods, services, and works. It offers a great opportunity for medium and small and micro enterprises. 3.24 lakh vendors are already on this platform. It is proposed to take its turnover to 3 lakh crores. I propose to provide about 27,300 crores for development and promotion of industry and commerce for the year 2020-2021. So under economic development, the second point that I want to focus on is a very important point, and it is on infrastructure. Honorable Speaker, in his Independence Day speech of 2019, the Prime Minister has highlighted that 100 lakh crores would be invested on infrastructure for the next 5 years. As a follow-up measure, I had launched the National Infrastructure Pipeline on 31st December 2019 of 103 lakh crore worth projects. It consists of more than 6,500 projects across sectors and are classified as per their size and stage of development. These new projects will include housing, safe drinking water, access to clean and affordable energy, health care for all, world-class educational institutions, modern railway stations, airports, bus terminals, metro, railway transportation, logistics and warehousing, irrigation projects, etc. The National Infrastructure Pipeline envisions improving the ease of living for each and every individual citizen in the country. It will also bring in generic and sectoral reforms in development, operation, and maintenance of these infrastructure projects. A huge employment opportunity exists for India's youth in construction, operation, and maintenance of infrastructure. National Skill Development Agency will give special thrust to infrastructure-focused skills and their development opportunities. I propose to set up a project preparation facility for infrastructure projects. This program would actively involve young engineers, management graduates, and economists from our universities. It is also proposed to direct all infrastructure agencies of the government to involve youth power in startups. They will help in rolling out value-added services in quality public infrastructure for citizens. A national logistics policy will soon be released. Among other things, it will clarify the role of union government, state government, and also the key regulators. It will create a single window e-logistics market and focus on generation of employment, skills, and making MSMEs competitive. So also, accelerated development of highways will be undertaken. This will include development of 2,500 kilometer access control highways, 9,000 kilometers of economic corridors, 2,000 kilometers of coastal and land port roads, and 2,000 kilometers of strategic highways. The Delhi-Mumbai Expressway and 2 other packages would be completed by 2023. Chennai-Bengaluru Expressway would also be started. So the fast-track mechanism encourages us towards greater commercialization of our highways so that NHAI can raise more resources. I propose to monetize at least 12 lots of highway bundles of over 6,000 kilometers before 2024. In carrying out its duty, the Indian Railways performs a service to the nation. Within 100 days of assumption of this government, It has commissioned 550 Wi-Fi facilities in as many railway stations. It has eliminated unmanned level crossings and aims to achieve electrification of 27,000 kilometers of tracks. This will call, obviously, for optimization of costs. Railways has small operating surplus. About Indian Railways, there are 5 measures, among other things, that I wish to highlight. Setting up a large solar-powered capacity. Setting up a large solar power capacity alongside the rail tracks on the land owned by railways. A proposal is under consideration. 4 station redevelopment projects and operation of 150 passenger trains would be done through PPP mode. The process of inviting private participation is underway. More Tejas type trains will connect iconic tourist destinations. High-speed train between Mumbai and Ahmedabad would be actively pursued. 148-kilometer Bengaluru suburban transport project at a cost of 18,600 crore would have fares on metro model. Central government would provide 20% of the equity, and it will also facilitate external assistance up to 60% of the project cost. Sir, our seaports need to be more efficient. Technology has to be used to improve performance. A governance framework keeping with global benchmarks needs to be put in place. This government would consider corporatizing at least one major port and subsequently its listing on the stock exchanges. Inland waterways received a boost. Inland waterways received a boost in the last 5 years. The Jal Vikas Marg on National Waterway 1 will be completed. Further, the 890-kilometer Dhubri-Sadiyar connectivity in Assam will be done by 2022. Honorable Speaker, sir, developing waterways has its impact on the ecosystem on both the banks of the river. Our Prime Minister has conceptualized Arth Ganga. Plans are afoot to energize economic activity along the river banks. Air traffic has been growing rapidly in the country as compared to global average. 100 more airports would be developed by 2024 to support the Udaan scheme. It is expected that the air fleet number shall go up from the present 600 to 1,200 during this time itself. I propose to provide 1.7 lakh crores for transport infrastructure in 2021. Sir, taking electricity to every household has been a major achievement of this government. However, the distribution sector, particularly the DISCOMs, are under financial stress. The ministry intends to promote smart metering. I urge all the states and union territories to replace conventional energy meters by prepaid smart meters in the next 3 years. Also, this would give consumers the freedom to choose the supplier and the rate as per their requirements. So this is a very important step in reaching electricity to all people. This would give consumers the prepaid meters, the smart meters, would give consumers the freedom to choose the supplier and the rate